Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Hall of Famer Bob Berry ruled Milwaukee's airwaves in the 60s and 70s. He spoke with countless musicians and celebrities over the years. Bob collected remarkable recordings of these encounters, which he's now sharing with the public. Here's Bob.
Today's podcast features a man who didn't just work in radio, he rewired it.
Everybody sing, oh, oh, don't you know, we're all crazy in Chicago. People say everywhere I go, hey, you're all crazy in Chicago. We're all crazy in Chicago.
Back when morning radio was safe, polite, and sponsored by Decaf, Jonathon Brandmeier showed up with a wicked grin and absolutely no intention of behaving. He turned drive time into prime time, mixed satire with rock and roll, and proved you could be smart, outrageous, and fearless, all before most of us finished our first cup of coffee. He's a Radio Hall of Famer, a musical satirist, a TV personality, and the only man who could turn a headline into a hit song before the traffic report.
Hey, come on now, Wisconsin, we hope you'll take a joke. Cause if it weren't for us in Illinois, your state may just be broke. Ah, what the heck do we know? We're just Chicagoans, and we'll meet you all this summer at County Stadium. Yeah, hey there, polka boy, go home and suck a beer. Hey there, bratwurst head, go drive your old John Deere.
I worked with Johnny B at WOKY before the general manager refused to give him a $25 raise, forcing him to move to the Arizona airwaves and eventually to Chicago. Here we discussed his latest radio mischief. Good morning, Bob Berry.
Bob!
Jonathon Brandmeier.
How's it going, Bobby?
I'd recognize your wheeze any place.
Mr. Bob Berry, ladies and gentlemen, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Whenever I'm driving through Milwaukee, I'll be sure to tune you on.
Thank you very much, Jonathon. I do the same for you there at WLUP-FM, 97.9 in the FM dial. And the reason we wanted to talk to Jonathon is because he's got his own Olympics going this coming Saturday, tomorrow. The real heavyweight of the diving competition is the Good Vibrations Belly Flop Competition at 2 o'clock at the University of Illinois at Chicago Pool. Now, this is not just ordinary competition. You have to have special qualifications for this, right, Jonathon?
Yes, Bob, you have to be at least 300 pounds, or we've been saying on the air, look like you're 300 pounds. We're looking for that special samurai sumo wrestler type look that you can only get if you're about that weight. Also, it's open to men and women, and you have to get us a photo in right away, but of course it's going to be too late now for you Milwaukeeans to enter. But it is a belly flop competition. They land on their bellies. They're judged on the size of their splash, their approach, their personality, their creativity. You get a very strange mixture of people out there. And as I said, we've got women entries this year.
But you got to land on your belly, otherwise you're disqualified? Or?
Definitely. It's just sort of like, when you dive in the Olympics and your feet go straight down and you don't make any splash, that's a good point. Here, the more splash you make, the better you're going to be.
Are they ready to refill the pool just in case you get some real heavyweights in there?
I tell you, they've talked about that. This pool is an Olympic, official Olympic pool. It's at the university pool, and it is so deep, they say that it doesn't make a lot of ripples. So I don't think we'll have to refill it, but it's going to be pretty interesting.
Okay. I heard somewhere in Chicago they're bringing that pig in. That you're not connected with that, are you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, are you doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us a story about that. Now, this is the pig that saved the little boy's life, right?
Okay, now, I don't know if you guys talked about that story or not, but last week, Priscilla the pig, the swimming pig, mind you, saved an 11-year-old boy from drowning in Houston, Texas. Now, this pig, we felt, would be perfect to kind of kick off the ceremonies. You know, you go to a baseball game, they throw out the first ball. You go to a belly flop contest, we throw out the first pork. This is the way we're going to do it. The Houston Post ran a story about this, that we wanted her to come in. A private enterprise in Houston said, we'll fly the pig in. We were going to have it flying in a commercial airlines. However, the airlines would not accept it due to the fact that they said when the temperatures are bad or too hot, they can't fly animals like that, especially a pig.
Yeah.
So the private enterprise said, we'll send her in. So this pig is coming with the owner, with a vet. She's being picked up by a limo stocked with chocolate chip cookies, Mountain Dew, pimento, and cheese sandwiches. This is what the pig eats.
One of those demanding concert stars, huh?
I swear, it's worse than Arnold Ziffel. This pig is serious. And this pig has gone Hollywood, and she will be in Chicago at 2 o'clock to do that belly flop thing tomorrow, or Saturday, I should say.
John, is she going to do the belly flop?
Yeah, we're going to get her off the diving board, definitely.
No kidding. That'll be
That's
fantastic.
the way we're going to start off the whole competition. She walks on the diving board and plunges in and takes a little lap.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So in case you're in the Chicago area, the University of Illinois at Chicago pool, it'll be at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and you can see our old buddy Jonathon Brandmeier. We used to work together in another radio station here in Milwaukee some years ago.
Bobby's my idol, folks. My idol. I grew up with Bobby. I've never grown up, but he's still my idol, Bob.
You went on to better and bigger things, and my chest fell a little bit. Maybe I could get in that contest.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it really fell. You ought to see me now.
Come on down.
I mean, worse than Bob Collins, if you can believe it.
You got it. Collins is in it, by the way.
Oh, you're kidding.
He said you guys were joined at the hips at one time, and he wanted to have you enter with him, but he said you might be too busy. Is that possible?
I'll talk to you later, Jonathan.
You got it, Bob. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Well, hello there, Milwaukeeans. My name is Jonathon Brandmeier. I work at KZZP in Phoenix, do the morning show here. You probably say, Brandmeier? I've never even heard of that lowlife. Well, I'll tell you why. Because I worked at WOKY in 1980 right after Bob Berry from 10 to 2. I didn't like following Bob Berry at all. His cigars stunk. I told him so then. I'm telling him now. Barry dumped the cigar. I personally remember coming into WOKY for the first time. When you talk about community involvement, you also talk about sharing. And here is Bob Berry standing there in the studios at WOKY when I walked in. And he and Doug Keel in the newsroom, and I believe Steve York, were standing around, and they were sharing the same cigarette. They kept passing it back and forth. And I thought to myself right there's a guy who's going to go places.
Bob Berry, WOKY 9092.
Thank you for listening to Bob Berry's Unearthed interviews. Be sure to subscribe and rate our podcast wherever you find your podcasts. You can find all our episodes at WisconsinBroadcastersMuseum.org. Check out Bob Berry's book, Rock and Roll Radio Milwaukee. Book sale proceeds support Donate Life Wisconsin. Special thanks to Wisconsin Historical Society and for financial support from WBA Hall of Famer Terry Bond.